Hey y'all, it's Colin from the Life of Logos podcast. Admittedly, I missed a couple weeks, but it is of utmost importance that I talk to you all today. Because today, we've officially made it a year. We've made it a year of posting these videos. It's been a year of building out the stories, pushing out different authors, doing all of this stuff, and developing this dream. And truthfully, when we started this, really, I suppose it really started in 2022. It was a bit of a pipe dream, if you will. So when 2022, I remember sitting there thinking, this dream is so beautiful that it would have been cruel for God to show it to me if he wasn't going to follow through. And at that point in my life, I really was like in the depths of despair. I was still in the Air Force. I was at a job that I'm sure I hated the first time or second time. I hated my entire Air Force career. I'm not going to lie to you. But that happened, came out of it, left in August of last year. So again, we started posting these. I was still in the Air Force. And then we stopped the Air Force in August of 2025. I went to school beginning at the University of Southern California, fight on, in July of 2025. And now it's June 19th, happy Juneteenth of 2026. And I'm looking back as a review. And over the course of the time from 2022 to 2023, 2024, all the way up to now, there's been a lot of really low points. A lot of points where you're really kind of like the plane hasn't taken off. It's barely, not dragging across the runway. And this last year, this is the year that we've been filming this, and the year that we've been documenting and growing and trying, has been one of the hardest years of my life. And if you were to go back across all of the videos that we've made, you'd see that it's been an extremely hard year. There's been times, as you've seen, where I was just like trying to look in the mirror or the camera and say, you will make it through this. I remember in November of last year, I really thought that was it. And I thought the same thing in December and January and February. And May came around and we graduated, and that was great. And then June came around and things changed. Things changed for the better. I still am on my last shot as far as monetary contribution goes, but the amount that I've learned in the last year, the amount of growth that I've had, not only just emotionally, but just maturity wise, and even more importantly, the amount of growth that I had in my faith, because I've had to rely on the Lord so much. I see why it was such a hard year. It was shoving a decade of lessons into 12 months, really 10. I've never experienced lows like that. I've never experienced challenges like that. I've never experienced darkness and depth like that. And from where I stand now, it was absolutely worth it. It was absolutely worth it. And we haven't even finished yet, which is wild. We're at 80% of a solution, and it was worth the year of suffering. I am not good at not being good at things. That's just the truth. And because I'm not used to things just coming naturally, that fight of, oh, I'm not really good, is a very difficult fight for me. So, because if it doesn't, I got into the habit of saying, if it doesn't come naturally, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing it, which is not true. That is the most foolish attitude anyone can have. If it's not easy for me, then I shouldn't do it. When all of the really successful people at anything probably sucked at whatever they were doing when they started. And then they tried again, and they learned, and they tried, and they failed, and they learned, and they tried. And you have to go through this process of constantly falling on your face and picking yourself up again and trying again and falling and picking yourself up and trying again. And you have to do that in order to be successful. And I wouldn't say that I'm successful yet. But I would bet every dollar that I have left, which admittedly is not much, that in 60 days from today, by August 19th, not only will we have crossed the bridge into the promised land, but we will have yielded the fruit of all of the struggle. I'm willing to bet by the end of August 2026 that these business ideas and these attempts that we've made will have gone from just attempts to successes. Because we've learned so much. We've learned so much. In the rise of AI, we've learned so much. With the onset of social media and how you advertise through that, we've learned so much. And the people we can trust to take with us, we've learned so much. When it comes to branding and being able to create a company persona that people cling to and trust, we've learned so much. It has been a decade of lessons. And that's amplified even more so because I was going through school to get my master's at the time. It's been a decade of lessons in 10 months. And because of that, I stand a little straighter. I know I gained a little bit of weight. All my friends keep telling me I'm fat, but it's because I have a Peter Griffin chin, but it's fine. We've learned so much. And God, I couldn't tell you how grateful I am. How grateful I am that I learned so much, even if it came at the cost of sleepless nights and stress. How grateful I am to have the opportunity to seize victory, even though there were so many times I was faithless. God was faithful. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. And there's no amount of words that I can express that will adequately communicate the opportunity that I've been given to be where I am. Right now, my focus is primarily on Enoch marketing. And I'm working with Raphael and Tala. And I wouldn't have met them if I didn't take the path I took. But I would trust either one of them with my life. And one of these days, not only do I hope that by the end of this year, like we blow up so much that I can fly them to a place we can all meet up together, because they're in different countries. I would love to meet them in person. I would love to treat them to a wonderful vacation, them and their families. I would love that. I would love to be in a position where we can give to the tunes of tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars towards charities that need it. I want to be in that position. And the thing of it is, for the last 10 months, I had these fantasies of what could happen. And now, from where I'm standing on June 19th, 2026, it's no longer a want. It's me looking back at my entire life and realizing, hey, you know, that business that failed then, I could take that same business, that same process, and make it succeed now. I can. Those same things that crushed me a year ago, crushed me 8 months ago, we can overcome with impunity and just, we will be dancing on the things that used to destroy us. And it's been a year. I'll be 32 this year. They say your Jesus year is 33. I'll be 32 this year. And I'm going to spend all of 32 building. Because I can't tell you where I'm going to be at 33. But I know in my soul, that it will be the most amazing rest of my life. Come hell or high water. Because I know, one, God is faithful. And He will carry you through. Two, I am, and you are, far stronger and more resilient than you think you are. Three, the worst thing, the thing that you were trying to avoid, is really not that bad. And four, dare to dream. Because it's the dreams that we have, that we create, that pull the best out of us, that pull the spirit out of us. And we need those dreams. So dream on. And you might have a year like the year I just went through, which was rough. I will emphasize, very rough. But if it means getting to the other side and being in the promised land, it's worth it. My name is Colin Charles. This is Life of Logos. I'm working on Enoch Marketing. That's a different podcast. There are videos on Enoch Marketing. If you want to know about them, just drop a comment below and we'll get you connected. But I couldn't be more grateful. I'm Colin. And we'll talk to you soon.